This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of March 7th, 2022. Welcome to a week of aftermath. The intensity of the first days of March is still hanging in the air, shaking the ground, softening our core, softening our souls, inspiring us in ways we may never have thought possible. This is a week of sitting in the reverberations and starting to face them, to deal with them, to adjust with them. And the overseer of it all is Neptune, the planet of transcendence. I usually call him the cosmic fog machine. And yes, there are elements of that going on right now. He is, however, also the font of highest love, of inspiration, of connecting to the angelic order, of unhooking from physical reality and immersing ourselves in something different, which could be streaming Netflix for hours, could be listening to the music in our heads, in our earbuds, writing music, singing, simply feeling connections to other people, to our pets, to animals, to the glorious, beautiful sun that does still continue to rise every day. That fact of life is still with us. There are undercurrents of discomfort this week, but they serve to bug us into looking at what's been going on. And I mean in our lives, not just the obvious screaming news developments all over the globe. Facing our own demons, our own fears, our own power grabs, growing up in a way, stepping more and more into our own truth, our own power, not blaming others, not demonizing others, stepping into what we can do. That bugging gravel in the shoe all week long goes from wanting us to deal with power and things that scare us, and maybe bullies, maybe not, to dealing with what we can do about it. And what we can do about it has a factor connected to our minds. It is connected to our information flow, the way we speak. Do we speak in victim mode? Do we speak in this is what I can do about it mode? And none of this is harsh or overt. It is subtle because Neptune's in charge of the week. On the 9th, he overtakes our communication systems. Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Pisces, increases our knowing without logic, knowing without reason, increases soaking up information. It increases telepathy and empathy and compassion. It could bring a bit of an emotional overload. It tinges our words, our thoughts, our information streams, especially with the magical boundary blurring, we are all in this together qualities of Pisces. Messages will come in dreams. We may feel as if we're dreaming, and that sensation will get much greater before it peaks. It will ultimately crest at the Virgo full moon on the 18th, so we have a good way to go between the 9th and the 13th as the end of the week and then the weekend are both building. The sun moves into a conjunction with Neptune. This was starting to be in effect at the Pisces new moon on March 2nd. The moon very quickly met with Neptune, and now the sun moving into it may completely soften, blur, confuse, diffuse our experience of reality. It could really blur the boundaries between us and other people, between us and the rest of the world. It could create, with so much energy in Pisces right now, a vast sense of hands holding hands across the globe, across the water, as Wings once sang. And as easy as it is for thoughts to immediately go to international conflict, international developments with this information, I cannot stress enough, it is personal as well. Something in you, something in your life is being blurred, is being softened, is bringing in a sensation of something that does not have to do with doing your taxes, preparing your taxes, paying your bills. Our beings are being sent somewhere else right now. Consider this a spa week. Consider this a rest and recuperation week. Consider this a week for beach time, at least in your mind. Time on the couch, lots of time letting your mind go fallow and letting your being float and open yourself as sensations and influences and impulses from some otherworldly realm flow through. When your mind kicks in and says, oh, but I have to do something, why not engage in kindness? Small acts of kindness. They don't have to be dramatic. Small acts of kindness. Homing thought of the week. Take the higher ground. Song of the week, May It Be by Enya. And the image of the week, I've got two, the Six of Swords in the tarot, and lying on an ocean beach, listening to the waves and breathing in the salt air. You'll learn more about this in my forecasts for the month of March and the Pisces new moon, both of which are up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and get a Jupiter and Pisces download as a thank you and book a session with me. If you like to immerse yourself in astrology, I have a video on my YouTube channel analyzing the charts of the Russian Federation, Putin, the Ukraine invasion, and Volodymyr Zelensky. It's gotten more views than any video I have put up ever. There is no monetization. I am not charging for it, and I am requesting that people make donations to refugee relief, and I am really heartened by the amounts that have come in so far. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. My show, Celestial Compass, is on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week, the topic of the show is living with compassion. I'm honored beyond measure that meditation teacher and longtime colleague of Ram Dass, Ramananda John Welshons, is my guest. You will want to hear this. You will feel so much better about living if you listen to his wisdom. I also host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at The Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.